Athletes are often celebrated for their hard work, dedication, and perseverance. But what happens when they cross the line and cheat not only in the game, but also in their personal lives? From DeMarco Murray to Shaquille O'Neal, here are all the athletes who cheated with their teammate's wife, starting off with John Terry. Alright, so soccer has come a long way in North America, but let's be real, a lot of people still find the sport a bit snooze-worthy. I mean, there's all that diving and not a ton of goals, am I right? But don't get it twisted, soccer is still the most popular sport in the world, especially in England, where fans are straight up fanatics about their teams. And back in the day, John Terry was the king of the soccer scene in the UK. He was a center back for Chelsea and even captained England's national team. But then, in 2010, things got spicy. Rumor has it that Terry had a months-long affair with model Vanessa Paradis, who happened to be married to his former Chelsea teammate, Wayne Bridge. Terry and Paradis denied it all, but the drama didn't end there. Bridge refused to shake Terry's hand during a game, and even skipped playing for England in the 2010 World Cup because Terry was on the team. Honestly, this sounds like a plot straight out of a soap opera. The betrayal, the scandal, the juicy gossip. It's no wonder soccer has such a huge following. The players are just as fascinating off the field as they are on it. But soccer isn't the only sport that's full of drama. Basketball comes at a pretty close second, especially if we think about the drama with Shannon Brown and his teammate's wife. So picture this. Pau Gasol is a superstar for the LA Lakers, engaged to the lovely Sylvia Lopez Castro. But when the playoffs come around, Pau starts playing like a total dud, and the Lakers end up getting eliminated way earlier than expected. It was a huge bummer, especially considering they had just won the title in 2009 and 2010. Then the bombshell drops. Turns out one of Pau's teammates, an unnamed one, which we now know as Shannon Brown, had been getting cozy with Sylvia on the down low. Yikes. Not only did the engagement crumble, but Pau's game did too. Sleeping with a teammate's lady is already a no-no, but doing it during the playoffs, that's just straight up bad juju. Now Brown was quick to deny the rumors, tweeting that he did not sleep with @Pau Gasol woman. First and last time addressing it. But by then, the damage was already done. The drama was enough to make even the Kardashians blush. All we can say is, when it comes to affairs in sports, it's a slippery slope, and one you definitely don't want to slide down during the playoffs. Unfortunately, Shannon isn't the only one in the NBA who cheated with his teammate's wife. Shaquille O'Neal did it too. Let's spice things up a bit. So, there was a whole lot of drama going down in 2010 involving some NBA stars. Shaquille O'Neal, or Shaq as most people call him, was allegedly getting a little too close to Laura Govan, who happened to be engaged to Wizard star Gilbert Arenas. Leaked emails revealed that Shaq and Govan had some pretty detailed plans in the bedroom department. All of this caused quite the stir, especially for Shaq's wife Shani, who filed for divorce claiming that they just couldn't work things out. Meanwhile, Arenas was in denial about his fiance's infidelity until he saw the light. He even filed a lawsuit against Govan, claiming that she lied about him having an STD after allegedly contracting one from Shaq. But when push came to shove, Govan refused to hand over her medical records, making things even messier. Man. Now, if you thought this was crazy, wait till you hear what happened with Leandro Barbosa of the Phoenix Suns. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this sports scandal is a real doozy. We're talking about some seriously shady behavior from not one, but two players on the same team. Leandro Barbosa, a player for the Phoenix Suns, was dating the wife of his teammate Steve Nash, who goes by the name of Alejandra Amarilla. But then, when she gave birth, Nash divorced her immediately, assuming that the baby was Barbosa's. However, it was later discovered that the real father was none other than another teammate, Jason Richardson. Yep, you heard that right, folks. This has got to be one of the weirdest instances of NBA players getting involved with their teammates' partners. But it's not the only instance that'll have you scratch scratching your head and just thinking, what? Well, you won't believe this wild story from 1973 involving two New York Yankees players, Fritz Peterson and Mike Kekich. The rumors started swirling around various outlets that the two teammates made a rather unusual announcement about a trade. But hold on to your hats, it wasn't about a typical baseball trade. These guys declared they were switching families because they had fallen in love with each other's wives. Talk about a jaw-dropping headline. Now, before you think things turned out to be a disaster, you'd be surprised to know that it all worked out in the end. Peterson and Kekich's relationships with each other's wives blossomed, and they became one big happy family. The couple started hanging out, and they discovered they got along with each other's spouses. In fact, Peterson revealed that the whole thing was a love story, and it wasn't anything dirty. So how did this unusual idea even come about? Well, Kekich was the first one to come up with the idea. He started campaigning for Peterson's wife in August and told his own wife Susan that he loved Marilyn more. He even had a serious conversation with Peterson about it. As crazy as it may seem, it ended up being a mutual decision. Although Kekich was the one who came up with the idea, his relationship with Peterson's former wife didn't last very long. In fact, they never even got married. But Peterson's relationship with Kekich's former wife is still going strong even after 40 years. Now, let's move on to Australian football, which has drama of its own. Wayne Carey. Okay, check this out. Football is the ultimate jam in the US, but other countries have their own spin on the game. Take Australia, for example. They've got this version of football called Australian football. Instead of playing on a rectangular field, they go at it on an oval-shaped one, with 22 players on each team. And when it comes to Aussie football, the GOAT is none other than Wayne Carey. But here's the thing, even legends mess up. In 2002, Carey got caught hooking up with a teammate's missus in the bathroom during a team birthday party. And it's not like he could play it cool either. Everyone at the party saw the whole thing go down. So what does he do? He bounces, quitting the team and going off the grid for a whole year to dodge the media. Can't say we blame him. Now, this next one is a real shocker. Finally, let's talk about what went down between Jamaal Mosley and Andrew Bynum. Man, those Cleveland Cavaliers legends had some serious beef. The team suspended Bynum for acting a fool and not being a team player. But it gets even juicier. Turns out he was messing around with one of the coaching staff's wives, Jamaal Mosley. He was put on paid leave immediately when this little love affair came to light. Scandalous. And that's all for athletes who cheated with their teammate's wife. See you in the next one.